Hello, YouTube. I'm going to be streaming Warframe today, so that is what I'm going to do. I just did a little bit of testing on my, whatchamacallit. Oh, wait. Can I do that? I don't know. I was going to say, I was just doing some testing on my computer, but I'm gonna try to pull up the chat on my phone. Let me lower the volume just in case. Hello, Rexus. Welcome to the stream. How are you today? So I should have the chat on my phone. Okay. Let me know if my voice is too quiet or the game is too loud or, that sort of thing. Let me see. That's because it's really loud in my headphones. You're good? That's great. I am also good. The game is really loud in my headphones, so that's why I tend to not know how loud it is for you guys, even though I just tested it. And then I lowered the volume a little. But yeah, as always, feel free to let me know if the volume is not good. And I'm probably not going to be explaining too much about this game just because I don't stream it very often. So I feel like there's probably not going to be a lot of people that will remember my explanation pretty much. Totally forgot I had that. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, basically, in this game, there are prime things. Like, I keep pressing the wrong button. I'm so used to playing a different game. So here, there are different prime things. Burstin Prime, Limbo Prime, Ceranos Prime, Orthos, blah, blah, blah. What that essentially means is that it's a better version of the normal thing. So a Burstin Prime is a better version of the Burstin. The Burstin being a weapon, Limbo is a Warframe, and so on and so forth. Forma is its own thing that we don't need to discuss right now. The only thing you need to know is I don't really need it. Now, all of these relics have a different set of loot, except for these two, because you can refine the relic in order to have a better chance at getting the one that you want. So you can just like see all these percentages moving around and whatnot. So what I am looking for is the Valkyr Prime chassis. So I just need to type a C. And I have 3 relics where it's the highest rarity, meaning to have the best chance at getting it, I want to make it a radiant version so that I have, even it's like a 20% chance, I think, maybe less. And actually getting the one item I want. So that's going to take a little bit of time. And then I also have 3 more that, again, I need to make radiant. In order to get these void traces, in order to make it radiant, I need to open relics. Not this one in particular, but any of my relics. I need to open them, and then that will give me relics. In order to open them, I need to run a void mission. Depending on the mission, it could take 5 minutes, maybe less, maybe a little more. And you get like 10 relics or 10 void traces, per mission. So essentially, if I want to get all 6 of those relics to radiant, that's 600 void traces. So like 60 missions, 5 minutes each. That's like 300 minutes, which is like 5 hours, I think, if I'm doing the math right. That's kind of just some iffy math, and like the numbers aren't always specific or consistent, So it could be a little more, it could be a little less. And that's to get one part. Now, of course, there's a chance that I could just run the mission without making it radiant and still get the item I want. But that is a very low chance, and I only have a limited number of relics, so I'd rather not risk it. But I don't need to make all of them radiant right away. And you know what? This is already radiant. Might as well just run it with this. I wish I could lower the volume on my headphones. I probably could if I mess around on the settings. Or I could just like not have the headphones all the way on my head. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Let's see. About here. Oh, I didn't change the name of the stream, did I? I just realized that. I guess I'll have to change the name of the stream after I finish streaming. Or at least after this mission. Okay. So I'm actually not going to be a ton of help right now if I just use my bow, which I just picked up. So I'll use the sidearm that I have, the Zylock. Let's see. And what was I going to say? So in these void missions, it's going to look like a bunch of chaos going on. So I'll try to explain it. In this particular mission, I have to rescue a hostage, which means we have to get over there to where they're being contained, or I was going to say hostagized. That just sounds weird. Get over to where they're being held captive and obviously rescue them. I'll need to break through some security, do a little hacking, and then just book it out of this place. So this is one of the fastest modes for a void mission. The only one I think that's faster would be a capture mission, which is essentially the opposite, where you just run in, deal a bunch of damage to a dude, and then it says that you capture him for the most part. It's that simple. Not quite, but for the most part. Come on. Wow, I really cannot get over that E is not the interact button. Hello, Frostbite. Yes, this. I don't know if the stream says that it's Bloons. I forgot to change the name of it before I started streaming, and my sensitivity is wild right now. Maybe it's just because I've been playing a different game that has a different sensitivity, so that's why it seems so crazy. But yeah, I also haven't played this game in maybe a week, maybe a little more, or a little less, I mean. So yeah, you probably missed my whole explanation of what I'm doing. But also, hello 3D Popcorn, 3D Jar. Welcome to the stream. And also, hello Frostbite. Sorry, I forgot to say it to you as well. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. How are you today? You gotta go, your tablet is low on battery. Oh no. You love adventurous games? Yes. So, brief recap, and wow, it is seriously so loud in my headphones. I really hope you guys can hear me all right. Hold on, let me see. I can try this. Volume mixer. Let me see. Well, no, that's... I don't know how to lower the volume for my headphones and not lower the volume, like, on the computer. Will I stream tomorrow? Yep. Plan would be to stream tomorrow, yes. And I'll probably stream Bloons, or some kind of Bloons game. But, okay, so the brief explanation is I'm essentially trying to open a bunch of loot boxes in order to have a chance at getting the one item I want, but I can increase the chance of getting the item I want by using a sort of resource that I get by opening loot boxes. So I'm trying to get, no, not that one. I'm trying to get, where is it? Oh, right, it's not a Lith Relic. Essentially, I'm trying to get one of these rare items, and it has like a 8% chance or something of dropping, but I can boost it up to like a 20% chance if I, guess I can just use this one. I can boost it up to like a 20% chance if I use Void Traces, and I get the Void Traces by opening up these relics. Basically, I just have to run the same mission over and over and over again in order to get the stuff I want. Alright, see you later, Popcorn. Some kind of transaction stuff. Not quite. It's sort of the opposite of that, where I could spend real money to get the things that are in these loot boxes, for a specified amount of time, or I could choose not to spend money by just running these missions over and over again, hoping for good luck and earning it, you know, like a man, which is just a joke. I've also just purchased these things before, so there's no shame in that, hopefully. But yeah, this game is called Warframe, in case you either don't remember or have not heard. It's a free-to-play third-person sci-fi action shooter type game. I have the sensitivity up pretty high. If that's actually like a problem for you guys, like if the video is like moving around too fast and it's getting too crazy, let me know. I don't mind lowering the sensitivity a bit, especially because I've been playing a different game that has a much lower sensitivity, and it's even a little bit jarring for me as I'm playing. So yeah, let me know if that's an issue. Yeah. It's coming out on the Switch, and I was looking down at the chat. I have my chat on my phone right now instead of on the computer, so when I'm looking at it, I'm not going to be looking at the screen, so that's why... Oh, that's fine. That's why if I'm, like, responding to something you guys said, if I'm just, like, running into a wall or something, that's why. But yeah, it's coming out on the Switch soon. I was kind of thinking about trying to stream it from the Switch and doing, like, a beginner's guide or something, and who knows, if I get enough viewers, we could, like, start a guild or something. Or in here, it's called a clan, but it's essentially a guild. But if that's something you guys are interested in, feel free to let me know, and I will be more than happy to try to figure out how I'm going to stream on the Switch, because that would be awesome. Let's see. Just gotta wait for one of the other people to get over here. And is it free? Yes. It's definitely free on the PC. Well, yeah, and on all other consoles that it's on, because it's also on PS4 and Xbox One. So yeah, it is free to play, and I would definitely say it's one of the best free to play models I've ever seen or played, and I have like 400 hours into this game. I can actually check after this mission, but I can check it after this mission how many hours I have on this account, because I have like 4 accounts. I really, like, the vast majority is on this account, so it's not really that impressive to show you how much time I have on the other accounts. It's maybe like 20 hours total. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, this game is fantastic, and another one where I need 2 people. That's not usual. But when did I start the game? 2 or 3 years ago. So I haven't been playing super consistently, but I have been playing for quite a long time, and I'll usually get into periods of time for like a couple months where I'm playing it like non-stop as much as I can. And come on, where is everyone else? Why is no one else helping? Like, where did they go? I guess they're escorting the dude that we're supposed to be escorting, and yet he is bleeding out. So what are they doing? Okay, anyways, I'm distracted. Let's see. Is it an 18+ game? Yes, but really just for like the gore or like the action side of it. There's not any like anything else, like no mature themes as far as I can tell, that I can remember. It's very just action-y, and you can turn off the like blood and gore so that they don't just like ragdoll into pieces or something. But yeah, I would say if you're okay with action-y gun shooter type games, then you should be fine. As far as I can remember, there's no like swearing or anything. So yeah, I would say probably if you're 14, you should ask your parents' permission before you play it. But yeah, I mean, even though I am not a parent, and I'm definitely not your parent, I'd be okay with you playing this game. But I mean, again, if you're okay with like action and violence and whatnot. It's not even that violent. I mean, like, again, when you turn off the blood and gore and stuff. But anyways, as I'm just waiting to leave the mission, because you always have to come to this point where you extract. But when you have multiple people, if the whole team isn't here, then you kind of have to wait for them. So I'm just standing here. And the character that I'm playing as, the Warframe I'm using, is called Rhino, and they're very tanky. So I'm good to just kind of stand around and do nothing, especially because this is like an early level game, or early level mode mission thing. Ooh, Oxygen alert, that's really good. The only thing that they restrict is profanity. Other than that, you're good. Well, in that case, you should be good, in my opinion, at least. Because I seriously can't remember if they ever swear in this game. And I'm someone who doesn't like profanity. So if I can't remember them swearing, it's probably not a big deal. So I definitely say that this game should be good. And I forgot to turn on the air conditioning when I got home, so it is getting kind of warm in here. Let's see, how many voyagers? 25, nice. Because whenever you finish this mission after getting 10 void essences or something, you like all 4 of you unlock one item out of the box that you chose. So what was I trying to say? So you're able to pick between the 4, and then after you pick, if someone else picks your option, like the one that you brought in, then you get extra void traces. So let's see, Valkyr. Not me, so it was Neo. Valkyr Prime chassis. So I'm here to get the Valkyr Prime chassis. If I make it radiant, then I'll have a much better chance at getting it. I like games with classes. What occupation do I do? Well, to answer your first, well, not really your question, but to answer or respond to your first, comment. There are quite a few Warframes, which are essentially your characters, or like your main person, basically. So you can swap between quite a few. I will say that I only have this many, or like this many that I can actively switch to, because I had to purchase extra slots to hold them all. I very rarely use like 90% of these. Like for the most part, I use like 5 of them, maybe 6. And yet I have like 12 open slots to use. So you really don't need that many if you know like which characters you really want to use and which ones you don't want to use. You only start off with 2 slots, but you can buy 1 or 2 extra with the starting premium currency that they give you. A lot of the like class aspects of it, in terms of like healer, tank, damage dealer, that type of stuff, that would mostly come from how you mod, where there's all these things that will increase your armor, increase your health, your ability strength, and so on and so forth. Lots of mods to choose from, and you can upgrade them to various degrees. And certain Warframes are better than others at certain things, but like if I go to my abilities, Rhino has Iron Skin, which essentially gives him extra health, like a second health bar, and it reduces and it makes him not able to be knocked down by certain effects. So for me, that makes him the best tank, in my opinion, because he's immune to crowd control, and he's just got an extra health bar that you can just sort of replenish every time it runs out. Even though essentially 6,000 health is pretty good, on top of, well, I've only got 840 because I didn't really upgrade his health that much, because I know I'm not going to be taking much damage to my health if I've got that 6,000 shield. However, if I switch over to my Inaros Warframe, who is much less upgraded, like I could still do more to make him better, but he has 5,610 health. So that's pretty good. And decent armor. So that reduces the amount of damage he takes from certain sources. But he has no shield, which is my biggest gripe with him, which makes sense, I guess. Because someone like Frost, I can upgrade them to have 1,200 shield, as well as 660 health. But I don't think he's like built tanky at the moment. If I make him tanky, then he has 740 health and 765 armor. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm discussing much more than I'm playing. So let's see, what occupation do I do? I actually kind of don't want to say, because in general, at least recently, I've been thinking a bit more about like cybersecurity and whatnot. And if someone was really dedicated and really like wanted to cause me harm for some reason, they could go through my videos, see all the stuff I'm talking about, and probably figure out where I live, or at least the general area. And if I say what I do, it will give them an even better idea of where I live and where to find me. And it's not that I've like received any kind of threats or anything, but if I say it now and then it's on my channel, and then 10 years down the line I have like 1 million subscribers, and then one of them wants to find out stuff and they find this video, then obviously that would be bad. But yeah, I would definitely say I've probably exposed more about myself than I should have at this point, and essentially I'm just trying to not continue that. Not that I necessarily needed to go through all this explanation. I could just be like, I don't feel like saying it, and then that'd be fine. But so this mission, as you might have noticed, is very different from the last mission I was just doing. This is an excavation mission, meaning I have to stand here and guard this excavator while all these enemies try to attack it. The excavator will run out of power eventually, like it did right now, and I'll have to pick up this power core, although, yeah, okay, it's like it's not working. To pick up that power core in order to refill it and let it keep extracting. You can see near the left side of the screen that it says how much time is left for it to finish extracting, and how much time is left, finish extracting, and how much power it has. And once 2 extractors finish their extraction process, then that will be considered like the end of the round, because this game will, or this mode is kind of an endless mode where you can just keep getting more and more extractors and getting more and more cryotic, which is a resource that drops from, or not drops from, but a resource that you obtain by letting the extractors extract. And I cannot hit that thing for the life of me. Okay. So what I need to do is make sure that I get enough reactant for my relic to open, because it's not enough just to complete the mission. I also need to collect reactant in order to open the void relic. Oh no, my teammate is down. And whenever my teammate is down, I always rush to them like as fast as I can, especially because I'm the tank and I can just stand here and take all the bullets while I'm reviving them, which is one of my favorite things to do. So it always makes me sad when I'm rushing over to them and then they just revive themselves, which costs them experience, basically. It's called affinity, but it's essentially experience. And it's always like, dude, like, I was trying to save you. Like, why'd you stop? Also, I just realized we lost an extractor because we weren't guarding it, which was kind of my job at the time. But anyways, so as I was saying, I need 10 reactant, which I now have, before the second extractor finishes, because if I don't have 10, then I won't be able to choose a prime part, or like a reward for doing this mode. So that would be very bad to essentially finish this mode and not be able to pick a prime piece, I guess you could say. And not only would it be bad for me, because that was the whole point of me coming here, but then it essentially removes an option for my teammates to get, because we all choose from the same pool of options. So that's one of the reasons why I always do this multiplayer, because even if I'm not, or even if I don't have the relic that I wanted to use, like it doesn't have the item that I'm trying to get, if someone else is running that relic and they get that item, then I can choose it from them, and then I didn't need my relic and I could just not have to farm for it anymore. Which it feels almost like cheating, but I mean, if I'm helping them get what they need, then that's fine. So now we just need to wait like 25 more seconds or so in order to get another batch of cryotic. Patience is a key part of video game. Don't wait long enough, and you'll soon run out of things. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I would say that, as you said, patience is definitely a key part of this. And huzzah, 3,000 credits, which it really isn't that much when you get to the point that I'm at. Not to brag, but all right. So then that little timer goes down, and dang it. So nothing I want. I'll choose this one just because. So I made it radiant, which means I had a better chance at getting the piece that I wanted, but I didn't get the piece I wanted, which is kind of lame. So now I essentially want to choose something that has pieces I don't want, so that whenever someone else is running the relic that I'm looking for, so there's a chance that it'll drop from theirs. So I don't want to leave this mission yet. I'd like to wait for that. And what time is it? 5:58. Oh, dang. So I'll probably end stream after this, after I save 2 more extractors, essentially, so that I can get a chance at that piece. And then I'm gonna head out and and I keep mentioning how I've been playing a different game recently, and that's why I keep pressing the wrong button. And that other game is called Dauntless, and it is a fantastic game, and I almost streamed that game today until I remembered the reason why I'm doing this farming. The way that Prime stuff works is every 3 or 4 months, I think, Warframe releases a new set of Prime stuff, like a Prime Warframe with 2 Prime weapons and some like cosmetic items that are pretty cool. And you can purchase all that Prime stuff within that 3 to 4 month time period, or you can go in game and do this and get all the pieces that you need and then build it yourself. And there are advantages to buying it other than just time. Like there's other upgrades that they get. It's kind of difficult to explain if you haven't played the game, but essentially they're just better if you buy them. Better if you buy them versus if you build them. But obviously it costs money to buy them, and it is pretty expensive. For like the full pack of everything they're offering, it's $140, which does sound very expensive. But when you consider the amount of time that you have to put in to get all of the items that they're offering, I would say it's worth it. Plus, it's only $140 every 3 to 4 months, so that's an average of like $150 a month. I mean, not $150. Wow, not $150 a month, like $50 a month, which is essentially what you would be paying if you bought 1 game a month, for the most part, unless you're buying like cheaper indie games or something. But I would definitely say it's worth it. I don't currently have $140 that I want to drop on the next Prime stuff. But what time for me is it? What time is it for me right now? For me, it's 6:01. So I'm in the Pacific standard time, West Coast America, whatnot. But okay, so now we just need one more extractor. And what was I gonna say? I was saying something, and I was distracted by time. Oh, that's right. The time that it would take to get all of the items that the $140 would pay for is quite extensive, especially because for some of the items, well, never mind. I was gonna say for some of the items you would need to earn the in-game premium currency, meaning platinum is the currency that you buy with real money, and that you get most of the useful stuff that you're going to get in the game, like more slots for warframes and weapons and other various useful things, especially cosmetics. But you can actually earn kind of platinum in game, because all the prime stuff that I'm farming for, I can trade it with other players and they can give me the platinum that they've bought and or earned. So I can get platinum without spending any money. You're more Eastern? Interesting. Or Mountain Time, I think it's called. So like Midwest, I think. But anyways, as I was saying, so I can essentially trade my time for premium currency by trading with other people if I get what they want. And it's not just this mission or like this type of mission with the void relics and all that. That's not the only stuff that you can trade. It's just some of the most popular or straightforward things, I guess, if that makes sense. There's other like mods, which are basically upgrades that you can equip to your characters and weapons and stuff. Let's see. Dang. I already have Banshee Prime, but this rarity, how it's like gold, bronze, and silver, the gold stuff will give you more of a different resource that I haven't even talked about. But I'm going to play without a relic because I'm going to end stream. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the thing that I want, but I got some decent stuff. And I might play this later on tonight, not on stream, unless you really want to see me stream this game again. But I don't know where I'm going. I was not paying attention. I was looking at the screen and everything. I feel like there's usually stuff there, if that makes sense. I mean, if you really want to see me stream this more, I could try streaming it again tonight. But I'll probably just end up playing it on my own. Or the game Dauntless. I might play that again because it got me really addicted. Well, I mean, it's not so much that it's not so much about overworking myself. It's more just like if you guys actually want to watch this. Because I was gonna say like if only one person wants to watch, but I mean, right now essentially only one person is watching. But if you would rather watch something else, then I don't want to make you feel like you have to watch my stream rather than something else, if that makes sense. I don't know. But it might be midnight for you. Well, no, it wouldn't be that late because I don't stream that late. If I did stream tonight, it would probably be closer to 9:30 for you. And then getting close to 11. But I probably wouldn't stream past 11 if I did stream at night. Which I say at night, but it's only in like 2 hours. Or like an hour and a half. But yeah, so I will leave you with that. There was a lot more that I could talk about with this game, because this game is huge. I didn't say anything about syndicates or these events or Oxium or why I really want to do that mission, but I might not. Yeah, this game is huge. I love it. And it's fantastic. Oh, let me check how many hours I have on this game real quick. Also, I will say there's slight spoilers if I look at my profile, but if you don't think about it, you're fine. So let's see. Profile, no stats. General stats, 475 hours played. I will say at least a dozen hours of that is me just having the game on and not being at the screen, but 475 hours. So 19 days, 19 hours, 28 minutes, and 53 seconds. I have killed 119,000 infestation, or from the infestation, 71,000 Grenier, 39,000 Corpus, 18 blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I've played this game a lot. 8 million credits is my thing. Is how many I've done or whatever. Equipment. I've used a lot of different weapons, and there's a lot more I have not used, and Warframes and Sentinels and companions and stuff. 19 extract. So yeah, there is a lot to this game. Lots of weapons, lots of Warframes, lots of upgrades you can give them, lots of missions, places to go, and they're constantly adding more. This game is always evolving, and I cannot recommend this game enough. It is amazing. I could also rant for an hour about things I don't like about it, but that is another story. That is for another time. But anyways, to get a better look at the weapons, if I actually go over here, again, I'm pressing the wrong button. Just the weapons. All these are weapons I've used and finished. So all these I've used and leveled up. Quite a lot now that I'm looking at it. And then all of these are the weapons I have not used and have not leveled up at all. But I still want to. Some of them are going to be a little bit more difficult to get than others. But, yep, all these weapons that I still need to use. Yeah. Then if I just go to Warframes, all these with that little icon on the top right, I've used only up to there. And then down here are the ones I haven't used. So not as much. I've probably got a better percentage of Warframes used than weapons. But obviously there's a lot fewer weapons. I mean, a lot fewer Warframes. But anyways, yeah. Now that is going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.